All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First off, we're going to start out by giving all praises, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash.
Yahweh being the Heavenly Father's true name, Yahushai being the name of his only begotten Son. All right, giving double honor unto the elders and the apostles, a great millstone who rule well and teach well. All right, and peace, blessings, and salutations to all you Wakim throughout the four corners of the earth, continuing to push and do the works in truth and in sincerity. It's the brother Masha.
It's Daif.
Asha Allah.
And we some of the men coming up under the branch out here in the morning camp. And we here with a quick lesson through the Spirit, and it's pretty much going to be about proving, what love is, all right, according to the scriptures, because love isn't just a feeling or just a word, but it's a action, So without further ado, we're going to start off with that. I'm going to grab this real quick. This is Matthew chapter 22 and verse 37, and it reads, Yahushua said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. Okay, so this is Yahushua saying you to love the Lord with all thy heart, mind, body, and soul, right? So, but what is love according to the scriptures? All right. If your brother could grab 1 John.
Yep, I got it. This is 1 John 5 and verse 3. It says, For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous. So I'm just saying, like, how do you show that you love the Lord? We show our love to the Lord by keeping His commandments and by being obedient on them.
Right, showing that love is not a feeling like the brother was going into earlier. It's an action, like the brother's going into all the time. You'll hear it if you listen to any GMS videos. Love is a verb, right? Because love is an action word. It speaks. I'm gonna grab this real quick. This is 1 John 3 and verse 18. It says, My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth. Right? So don't just say that you love Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Don't just say that you love your brother. Show your love by those actions that you do. Right? It says, but in deed and in truth. Right? And that truth is the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. The truth being I'll just grab it real quick because I'm stumbling.
If I could get the definition real quick on that word deed that you just grabbed in 1 Corinthians, or was that 1 John? Yeah, 1 John 3:19. I just wanted to get the definition on that word deed real quick. And in the Greek, the word says ergon. And I'm gonna get the last definition, and it says an act, deed, thing done. The idea of working. So, it's an act. It's a thing that you do. You're doing. You're showing it by your actions. It's not just a word or a feeling. But you show it in your actions. So,
right, and those works, those doings of you have to be according to the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And this is why I grabbed this John 17:17 to show what that truth is. It said love in deed and in truth. Right? It says sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. So at the end of the day, it all goes back to the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. We don't make our own definition of love and by just doing whatever comes into our heart, by walking old ladies across the street and feeding the homeless. We do what Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai said.
I have this James 1 and verse 22 says, But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. So it's saying being a doer of the word. When you're doing something, you're engaged in it. You're exercising it. You're keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That's you being that's you being exercised, man. So it's not called for us to be just hearers only, man. We have to put this into act, put this into effect, man.
Right, and one of the things that be doers of the word. One of the things that the word says is to love Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai with all thy heart, mind, body, and soul. Right, so it all goes back to doing these things that the word says.
Got Joshua 1:8.
Yeah. You can grab that.
Thought you got.
You got it? I can get it.
This is Joshua 1 and verse 8. It says, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, and that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and thou shalt have good success.
And that's another, this precept, Joshua 1 and 8 is a precept backing up, that Matthew 22 and 37 we read, that when Yahushua said, thou shalt love the Lord with all thy heart, mind, body, and soul, this is how we do it. It says, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. So constantly meditating and having this word in our minds, okay, and having our life centered around this truth, okay, is how we love him with all our heart, mind, body, and soul. And it says to do according to all that is written therein. The James 1 and 22, the brother just said what? Be doers of the word. So is we observe and meditate upon these things to apply them and to live them,
Right.
And to walk in them.
Right, and doing those and loving Yahweh Shem Yahushua ultimately will trickle down to those that are around you. Right, doing the fulfilling the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability is going to benefit your brothers. Right, I'm gonna just grab this real quick. This is Romans 13 and 9. It says, for this, verse 10, it says, love worketh no ill to his neighbor, therefore love is the fulfilling of the law. Right, so just like we've been going into, doing the words that Yahweh Shem Yahushua said is fulfilling, is showing love.
Yeah, that's all I had.
Did you have anything else?
Yeah, you can just grab that. Could you grab that Wisdom of Solomon 6? I'm just reiterating the point.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 6 and verse how it dropped to.
You said Wisdom of Solomon 6?
Isn't it 17? I think it's...
This is Wisdom of Solomon 6 and verse 17. It says, for the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love, and love is the keeping of her laws.
Right. That Bible shot, could you read it one more time?
This is Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 17 says, for the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love, and love is the keeping of her laws.
Right, so it's just another point showing that love is the fulfilling of the laws and statutes and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Love is moving according to the wisdom that he's given us. Right, it speaks about the wisdom that Yahweh Shem Yahushua gave us in the book of Deuteronomy 4 and verse 5.
You gonna grab that?
Come.
This is Deuteronomy 4 and verse 5. It says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Right, so the wisdom that Yahweh Shem Yahushua gave us is ultimately showing us how to please Yahweh Shem Yahushua and show love to our neighbors, right? And show love to ourselves also, because this life, like that Joshua the brother, this law that the brother brought out.
Joshua that I brought out.
It said that it will make you prosperous in all thy ways. Right, and keeping the wisdom of the Lord is also beneficial to you. Right, and the things that the Lord tells us to do is not grievous. Right, and ultimately the wisdom of the entire scriptures is is how we understand how to love one another, right? Because this Baruch 4:1, it says, "This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die." So it's not just those laws, statutes, and commandments that we see in Deuteronomy, in the first 5 books, but it's the totality of the scriptures, right? The Psalms, the prophets, the New Testament, everything, the Old Testament, the New Testament, right? And these are the instructions on how to love each other.
That's it? I have nothing else. So, Lord's will, we hope that lesson was edifying and it was understandable. And, we want to say, Call Hello, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. I want to say, Tawada Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh for putting the Spirit upon us to do this lesson, giving double honors unto the elders and the apostles, a great millstone. And, peace, blessings, and salutations to all you walk him, continuing to push and do the works in truth and in sincerity. So with that, we want to say Shalom.
Shalom.